Well, new this afternoon, we're learning the reason why the Franklin County Court of Common Pleas is putting out specific guidelines for ICE arrests on property. The court released emergency rules on Friday, but in the last hour, court officials confirmed to 10 TV that part of the reason for this effort is because ICE agents arrested a defendant in a public hallway as that defendant appeared for a non-immigration related case. 10 Investigates Rochelle Aline spoke to an immigration attorney about the impact these new rules could make.
Trying to protect the due process and access to the justice system.
According to Columbus area immigration attorney Mazen Razul, ICE arrests are having a chilling effect on court proceedings in Franklin County. It's an anecdote that comes as the County Court of Common Pleas put out guidance on when ICE can arrest people on court property and when they can't.
Why is it important for them to try to make it clear that it's safe to come to court?
Because the court is where people adjudicate their disputes, their matters, is where people could defend themselves.
The emergency rules say ICE can't arrest someone in a courtroom unless they have permission from the judge. They also say that if someone is at the courthouse for a valid reason, ICE can't arrest them on or around court property unless they have a judicial warrant for that person's arrest. Razul says that distinction is important.
That's exactly what is usually missing in most of those ICE raids and ICE enforcement, is that they do not have judicial warrants signed by judges.
But despite that importance, it's guidance that he fears might have come a little too late.
Do you think this will help folks who are afraid?
Yeah, to be honest, I hope it helps. I don't think it would help much. With the current environment, I think people have lost faith and in the process.
And in the end, he's offering this guidance of his own.
What do you tell that person that might forsake due process because they're afraid of detention?
The one and most important advice that is common amongst everyone is do not ignore a subpoena to go to court. Do not just ignore it.
Instead, he says to communicate with the court and see if you can find a different way to appear. In Columbus, Rochelle Aline, 10 TV News.
Rochelle, thank you. Now, the Franklin County Municipal Court is also putting out new guidance on ICE arrests on court property. A spokesperson released a statement saying, in part, quote, the court remains committed to the fair and impartial administration of justice for all individuals appearing before it, while also recognizing and respecting the legitimate duties of federal law enforcement agencies operating under applicable federal law and presidential directives, end quote.